Hey folks, Greg here, and today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing from Hasbro the Megazord from their Lightning collection. I've been looking forward to getting this for a long time. Was on the fence about it for a while, but got one now. Let's open it up and check it out. Okay, so we have here the Megazord from Project Ascension, is what they call it, right? The Dino Megazord, Zord Ascension Project, excuse me. This was something they announced a little while ago, and I was really hesitant to buy it for one major reason. I was a huge fan of the Legacy line, and the Legacy line, of course, had the Dragon Zord and the Ninja Zord and all that good stuff. Like they were supposedly close to the same molds of the original. I'm sure a Power Ranger expert will correct me if I'm wrong, but they were supposed to be very similar to the original molds and casts that they used, I think with like some minor updates. I really enjoyed that line, and I missed out on the Megazord, on the Legacy Collection Megazord. It came out, it was gone everywhere, I couldn't find it anywhere. It was going for $400 on eBay at the time, and I think it retailed for like $110 or something like that, or 100 bucks. I was able to get the Ninja Megazord, the Falcon Zord, and the Dragon Zord, but I missed the Megazord. And then as time flew by, they didn't make more, and they became harder and harder to find. If you want to specifically get the Legacy line Megazord, it's $1,000 on eBay. So I can't spend that much on a toy. I'm physically incapable of it. I'll have a heart attack. So they announced this thing, and the thing that made me hesitant to get it was they weren't really clear about the scale. They said 1/44 scale, and I really wanted it to look similar to the Legacy line that I already had on my shelf. So I held off long enough until I eventually found a YouTuber that did a comparison for all the Megazord lines. Like there was a Bandai one, there was like the 90s one, the Legacy one, another one, and it's ever so shorter than the where's my thing? I'm ADDing out. And it's ever so shorter than the Legacy line. So after seeing that, I was like, you know what? It's okay. It's not super tiny. I was worried it would be like an 8-inch toy or something. It would look really funny, but it's not. It's a little larger than that. I think it's 10 inches. We're gonna take a look at it, and I have the Legacy line, so you out there can actually compare it to see what it looks like compared to the old Legacy line. All right, so let's open this thing up. And this is Hasbro's plastic-free boxing, or mostly plastic-free packaging, which is something they're really pushing for, and I can appreciate that. Less plastic in our oceans is always a good thing. Open this thing up. This is, oh, it just slides. I thought it was like 2 parts. So I've seen some of these unboxings already. They look really nice. Oh, wow. That is nice. It's kind of got stuck in here. Oh, wow, that is gorgeous. So it all has all the aspects and the Zords on there: Pterodactyl, Mastodon, Triceratops, Saber-tooth Tiger, and Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I thought these were coins, but they're not. They're just abrased punches with like foil on them, but still, it looks very, very, very nice. Plastic free means paper. That's crumply. Oh, wow. So you can already tell it's a little smaller, but not terrible. And I'll do a comparison video before that. So there's Tyrannosaurus. That frames the space, right? So Pterodactyl is the one that you can definitely tell is smaller than the Legacy one. But not by much. Maybe like 20%. Pterodactyl. Oh, it looks great. It's fantastic. The teeth on the Pterodactyl side look a little bit different than the original one. The other one I think was just silver. This one has like a texture to it, like almost like a hexa, like a honeycomb shaped texture. So these are the Rangers, an extra pair of hands, and the Rangers are super tiny. These things are gonna get lost instantaneously unless I put them in somewhere. So I'm gonna put these on the table for now. Hopefully my cats don't come into them. Let's do Saber-tooth Tiger next. I gotta say, the packaging here is very nice. It seems very professional, like they know their market. Okay, so one of the things I remember about the Legacy one or the original 90s one, it was that the Saber-tooth Tiger's thing, they clicked, their arms clicked. They would go click, 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 click. They'd be super loud. This one's not that loud, and it has a little bit more flexibility, like a little more posability. Saber-tooth Tiger. Yeah, it's very close in size to the original. I think it's maybe 25% smaller. It is smaller. So like, I mean, obviously you're not gonna be able to combine them with the Legacy stuff because they have actually a Dragon Zord and this one separately, but I already have a Dragon Zord. I don't need 2. Some people do. Yeah, see, there's more posability because I remember Triceratops specifically was just like a block with a tail, and he would move his head up and down. But this one can move side to side, kind of left to right. It gives you a little bit more posability for action sequences in his tail. Yeah, that's right. That's right. His tail had a gun or a blaster. I forgot about that. It did. It had a blaster. That's funny. Now the original one, because I think the original, someone out there who's a Power Rangers expert will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, because off memory, I believe the Triceratops had little wheels here on this. Like he had wheels on his original design for the 90s Megazord, US Megazord. And this one he does not. So I mean, it's not terrible, but you could see, you used to be able to slide. So he did have wheels on that. I remember him having wheels. This one does not have wheels, working wheels. Yeah, it's not a deal breaker by any means. I'm just trying to go off memory on what was different. And last, we have the most complicated one, the Mastodon. Oh my God, he looks great. Oh, the sword. Hold on, look, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Hold on, let's talk about Mastodon first. He looks great. Now the other one had some flexibility in his trunk. I don't know if this one does. Oh yeah, this thing was the coolest one because these were the shoulder pads. Yeah, this one was probably like the coolest one other than Tyrannosaurus Rex. So here are all of them in Zord form for you. But all of them look really good. I don't think I went over Tyrannosaurus enough. Let me talk a little bit more Tyrannosaurus. So he still has, his tail has the same thing going on. Remember, he had that thing going on with his tail. His arms definitely have more posability on the Tyrannosaurus. Definitely a lot more arm. Like, they definitely made them a little more posable because the other ones were very blocky and stiff. He looks great. Or you put this tail on would help him stand up. That's what you put him like this. Oh, there's that click. The click that we all remember as kids trying to get them. There we go. I remember the other ones. Also, the legacy one, not the legacy one, excuse me, the original 90s one that I had. You put stickers on them. That was the era of stickers when things weren't printed on or painted on. You had to use stickers, and if you were a kid and you took them in the shower or bathtub or whatever to play with them, because you know you're a kid, you're 8 or 7 or whatever, like all the stickers would come off. So like, during the end of my lifespan, I think a lot of my toys that my brother used had no stickers and were all like kind of foggy and like grayed out because they were in the bathtub and he was like playing with them. Again, my favorite I think is Mastodon just because it's a little more complex than the other ones. My least favorite is Pterodactyl because I think it's oversimplified, but they still all look great. Like they definitely have more, all of them have more posability, the details all there, which looks great. And I'm gonna do a really brave thing and I'm gonna try to combine these off memory. So if I could do that, I'll be very impressed. Because I can vaguely remember how to do it.
Few moments later. 24 hours later.
So that comes weird, okay.
The next day.
I don't know how this one goes on.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
We have the full Megazord. Now to give you scale, because this was the one thing that I postponed me from getting the Megazord, was the scale test. So this is the legacy, Dusty, sorry. This is the Legacy Dragonzord. This is not the Lightning Collection Dragonzord, this is the Legacy Dragonzord. They will not combine. They're different designs, they will not work together. If you're like me out there, I had a really hard time finding scale for the thing because their pictures were really bad on Hasbro's website. Here's the scale. So I do believe that this one is slightly shorter than the original Megazord. I think this one is 10 inches or like 11 inches, and then the other one's a little bit bigger. So, but like in terms of scale, they don't look that bad next to each other. And that was my concern getting the toy, was that it wouldn't look good with my Falcon Zord, Ninja Zord, and other ones. In fact, let me get those other ones for you real fast. Through the magic of editing, I'm going to be back in a flash. Okay, so we're back, and I have here the Legacy Dragonzord, the Lightning Collection Megazord, and the Legacy Ninja and Falcon Zord. So you can kind of see it fits perfectly with the scale. Like I said before, I do believe that the original one is slightly taller in bigger scale than what this is. But you know what? The thing I was mainly worried about is that it wouldn't look good with the other Legacy Collection Zords. And it does. It looks great. It looks fantastic. I'm really happy with it. I was a little worried. This is a great option for you collectors out there. If you missed, like me, if you missed the Legacy Megazord and you don't want to pay $1,100 for it on eBay or Amazon, this is a good in-between. It's very good. It's a little more complicated because it has more posability. It'll also combine with the Lightning Collection Dragonzord. So it will not combine with this one because this is the Legacy one, but the other one, it will combine with that one. But this is a pretty cool thing. Everything does snap pretty finely in, it feels good. Unlike the Legacy Ninja Zord and Falcon Zord, this thing is hanging on by like no pressure at all. Like they did not do a great job at the securing the things there in the Legacy one. But I think this is a good photo just to show you its detail. I'm very happy with it overall. And like you said, it still has a lot of posability. Its head can move. I think it can pivot its elbows. Yeah, the other one did not have nearly as much posability. It was very similar to this Ninja one where just like, that was it. The arms came up. Yep, see, he fell, yeah. This is the extent of the posability for the Ninja Megazord and the original Megazord. It was like arms up or arms down. Give me a hey. It's good. It's all good. Feel cool. All right. So like there's a good comparison for you. I'm really happy with the purchase. I don't regret it at all. Like I said, I was a little nervous going in, but I am a little disappointed that I couldn't do it from memory, because it is a complete redesign of the Megazord, of the original Power Rangers Megazord. It's not the 90s version at all. It's different. It's way different. And it also comes with other things like open hands, a different pair of hands. It also comes with the little mini Rangers, which I'll get a close-up shot of that, so you guys can see it. Those things are so tiny. Choking hazard. They all go into those Zords, which I will also show right now as I'm doing on camera. And yeah, anyway, guys, so if you want to get this product, it's in the link in the description below. This isn't a paid sponsor. I didn't get this sent to me for free. I bought it with my own money because I just wanted, this was the last thing I wanted. And I couldn't find it. I got all the Megazord Legacy lines I wanted except for the original one. So I'm glad I was able to find this at a reasonable price without it being sold out or getting it from scalpers and whatnot. And do me a solid, if you enjoyed this unboxing and review, hit that like, subscribe, notification button. It's 3 small clicks for you, but means the world to us. For more unboxing and reviews, you're all in the right place. You're on Shacknews.com.